Welcome back to AM Northwest. If you're single and looking for love, you need to stop making common mistakes that could hurt your chances. Here to share more, we welcome back relationship and dating expert Kelly Marie. Hi, Kelly.
Great to see you.
I love this topic because I'm single and not looking for love.
So we were just discussing.
Yeah. Okay, so you have 5 common mistakes, and the first one is all about pictures.
Really, I mean, your dating profile is your ad, and you've got maybe 1, maybe 2 seconds, and a lot of people take risks with their pictures, which I love the authenticity. But if you're looking to like really just give your best foot forward, just present what you look like, present who you are. Don't take a risk in the pictures.
Right, and one of the most common picture mistakes you see, and I see this on Zoom calls as well, is people positioning the camera low and then looking up the nostrils like this.
Yeah, I
tried.
And
this isn't terrible.
No, this isn't terrible. I did a terrible one. I'm like, I can't submit that one. So this is, if you're basically, rule of thumb, if your arms are straight or up, you're okay. But if they're straight or down,
don't
or worse, if it's on your tummy. Men in particular seem to rest it on their tummy. And it's just a straight nose shot.
Why do they think that? That's common sense, people.
I know, but if you're not, you didn't grow up in the technology age or whatever, you know, and didn't think you'd ever be here.
Right. So let's show some good ones. You sent me a couple good ones. The first one is the up angle looking down. Why do you like this?
So this one's good because you get more of like the shoulders, the head. If you angle it correctly, you can have more of your body because you want to see people's full length. You want to know. You don't want any surprises. Whatever you are is whatever you are. And like, so just show it, don't hide it. So it's just, especially, I'm 55, so at a certain age, looking up is much more flattering than looking down. And so
this picture is, I think, my favorite picture of you.
Thanks.
It's such a cute picture.
Thank you. And that was just me, straightforward. What I tell my clients to do, and I'll just tell everybody here, is just get in the habit of taking selfies of yourself. Most of them you'll delete, but get used to taking the angles, and there's just going to be some days that you're going to get a shot that's worth keeping. Yeah,
so for people who have never done the dating apps, I've done my fair share.
Yes.
How do you determine, this is not on my notes for you, but I really am curious, how do you determine which one should be your profile picture, which is the one that people see first when they're coming across your profile?
The one that is most effective is if it's your face, if it's smiling, and you can just see your face, your eyes, your smile.
Yeah.
That is the best one to do for your first picture. And then you should follow that immediately with a full length, attractive picture of yourself. And then actually, if you want to get a little, have a little bit more playful stuff, you can do that after that. But some of the apps will actually pick the picture for you based on what people want to look at. And some women, like if you're doing a full length and stuff, it might be a little bit sexy, and then if people linger long on that ends up being the first one, and then you're attracting people based, like that's what you're putting out as opposed to your first picture being a smile. Now for guys, we want to see your smile. A lot of men come across very grumpy on profiles. They don't smile. There's a couple thug poses that men in general do. Like, I don't know why, but it's very common to see across. So we want to see your kindness, your smile, your confidence for sure.
Yeah, how do you propose getting that full shot picture? Because I don't think you should do it as a selfie. I feel like you need to ask someone to take your full body picture for you.
So I know that this is controversial, but I tell my clients to do the selfie in the mirror. And unless you have a picture that somebody has taken and you know you look great, it is very hard to relax. It is very hard to get someone on the other side of the camera that can take a good picture of you. So the bathroom selfies, the full-length mirror selfies are the way to go, but then you just put one.
Okay.
And you're not flexing your abs. You're just saying, here I am, this is what my body looks like, so that nobody is wondering if they're gonna get catfished.
Yeah.
That's the purpose.
Okay, and so pictures are super important. The next thing that you say we should not do, so don't present bad pictures, obviously.
Absolutely.
Second one is when you're using negative words.
So this will kill your profile every time, and why people do it is they've had negative experiences with catfishers or a certain demographic, and they don't want people of that, that thing that doesn't work for them. But what happens when you say the negative, it turns off everyone else because it just comes across as grumpy, right? Grumpy man, grumpy woman, and who wants a grumpy?
You don't want a grumpy.
No, we don't want grumpies at all. So you really want to start with a positive. Like say you're someone that's really fit and you have an active lifestyle. You can say, hey, looking for someone fit and active lifestyle. You don't say no or whatever it is. You say, I take 10-mile hikes in Forest Park every week, looking for a partner to join. Super positive
and specific,
and it weeds out. If I'm like, I can only do 3 miles and I look at that, unless I'm delusional, I'm going to just self-weed out. And that's what you want to do, is you want to paint a picture that someone that would want to share that with you is like, yeah, I want to step into it. And someone that's like, oh, those things that are important to them aren't important to me, and they step back.
Yeah, that's good. You want to weed out those.
You do.
Yeah.
You don't want to be spending your time chatting with people that aren't a good fit if you can show these, just the important things that you really are looking for.
Yeah. Okay, the next one is overlooking awkward texting moments.
This kills it in a kind of a secondary way. It's not that it kills your profile, but if you overlook awkward texting moments, you end up for days or even weeks on connecting with someone that isn't right for you, and then you've got to start all over again. And so what I mean by awkward texting moments are any moment that makes you go, ooh, what did they mean by that? Instead of overlooking it, you want to train yourself to say, oh, can you tell me more about that? Kind of delightful, but puts them on the spot to justify, were they getting sexual? Were they inviting you to cryptocurrency? Were they trying to do a scammer move? So you're addressing it, or you say, oh, can you repeat that?
Oh, that's good.
The repeat that I like, because if someone had a moment, like I've had men come back and say, oh, you know what? That kind of came out wrong. What I meant to say was this.
Okay.
Because you got to remember, 80% of communication is facial expression, body language, tone, and that does not come out in a text.
Exactly. Okay, so clarify. I like that. Okay, the next one is that we're trying to avoid on dating apps is not dialing your personality up or down to fit the platform. And using dating apps like you already know them. Explain this one.
Yeah, so actually that is, you want to be authentic, but you've got to remember that, an app, somebody could open up an app and they're in a mood and they don't know it. Like it's like you're walking to a party where you don't know anyone and you wouldn't be like, hey, right in someone's face, nor would you like hang out if the goal was to meet people at this party. So if you're an extrovert, you want to kind of dial it down for the first little bit. Not because we want you to be inauthentic. I want you to dial it back up as quickly as possible, but because the things that you would normally say aren't going to communicate as well, and you want to give people a chance to acclimate, especially since extroverts and introverts tend to match, but an introvert will be a little put off if it's too much, if it's too strong.
Oh, that's interesting.
So you just give that acclimation, like, you ease into the water. You don't just jump right in, because there's another person involved. It's not just you. And a lot of people say, well, they've got to know the authentic me. Absolutely. But just give everybody a chance. Platforms are scary. And, if you make a sudden movement, somebody could get, say, hey, not for me. That might be a really great fit for you, but they're just going to shut down.
Yeah. And that seems to be the big problem on dating apps, is people shutting
down. You're
not
real until they have a conversation.
Right.
So you want to minimize the startling things, the things that are scary, the things that cause people to shut down, because you're not real yet.
Right.
It's very easy to dismiss you. It's not like being at a party where you're kind of there and it's a human and there's politeness. It's very easy to dismiss. So you want to just make it safe to be in a conversation.
Okay, we have 1 minute left to get to this one. Trying to flirt, be witty, or be chosen.
All comes across inauthentic, and it's the pick
desperate.
me, and desperate, and it's the pick me, and it just feels awkward. And remember, all of those things are you don't want everyone to like you. You just want the person that is right for you to like you.
I love that.
So you don't have to try. Just be yourself.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Be yourself.
These are all great tips, Kelly. Thanks so much. We're going to have all of these tips on our website at katu.com, and we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Stay right there. Now, these were good.
Thank you.